Byron Donalds is with us, joining us right now. Fox News contributor Charlie Hurt, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds, as I said, and Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Congressman, I'll start with you. It seems 55-0, a Trump endorsement is a pretty good track record. What impact do you believe this has on the race?
It's going to have a major impact, Sean. Listen, I watched some of the Pennsylvania debate from the other day, and, they had a couple candidates up there that looked really good, but President Trump coming into Pennsylvania, showing his support for Dr. Oz, it's going to have a major impact. Not sure how the other candidates can really overcome the momentum that Dr. Oz is going to receive. And
he's up, I think, 3 or 4 in the last poll that somebody showed me. Your take, Joe Concha, how important is this endorsement, especially with the last 55 endorsements? He won all 55 of them.
And precisely, if you're a J.D. Vance or Dr. Oz, Sean, boy, you are counting your lucky stars that you got this endorsement. I mean, Dr. Oz right now, he's getting national TV attention and will get plenty of headlines tomorrow. And when you have a close primary race with multiple candidates like we have in Pennsylvania, like we saw in Ohio, that can make all the difference. The bottom line is Donald Trump has his rally speech thing down pat, apparently. Practice makes perfect. And he seems so comfortable in these settings. And that's because he never comes across as a politician. Trump is Trump. He's authentic. He's unfiltered. And you could agree or disagree with what he has to say, but he's very consistent with his principles. He's unapologetic with his perspective. And given what we've seen over the last year and a half, I'm sure that's refreshing to more than a few folks, Sean.
Let's get your thoughts, Charlie Hurt. And the reason, and I endorsed, and the president referenced it, and I endorsed him not because I've known him as a friend. I'm not endorsing people that are friends. I endorse people that I know believe in conservatism, capitalism, our Constitution, law and order, choice in schools, low taxes, less bureaucracy, energy independence, secure borders, constitutionalists on the bench, the First and Second Amendment, free and fair trade, peace through strength. Those are the people I'm looking for. And I had numerous conversations, Charlie, with Dr. Oz on these very topics. And just like when I came out very early for President Trump, I put all my conservative credentials on the line. And I said he will govern conservatively. A lot of conservatives beat the crap out of me at the time. I took all the hits. And the incoming, I think I was proven right, as were you.
Yeah. No, indeed. And I think the most important thing here is, not to state the obvious, but we're talking about a primary, and that's where the Republican Party is shaped. And the fact that President Trump is investing so much of his political capital in reshaping the Republican Party, he said a minute ago that the Republican Party today is not the Republican Party that he found when he ran in 2016, and that's very true. He has very much altered the face of the Republican Party, and I think very much for the good. There was an entire wing of the Republican Party who actually believed the Democrat talking point that talking about secure borders was somehow anti-Hispanic or racist. And you look at the Republican Party today, everybody agrees that the border is probably the #1 issue. Securing the border and ending
Charlie, is it the border? Is it a 40-year inflation high, the highest gas prices we've ever paid, negative growth in this last quarter, headed towards a recession, the disaster in Afghanistan, the disaster unfolding? There's no urgency to really help Ukraine beat Vladimir Putin. If we were committed to that, I believe they could do it. They have the will to do it. As bad as I predicted Joe Biden's presidency would be, it is far worse. But those principles that Donald Trump ran on and governed on worked. I'll give you, you can finish it from there.
Yeah, and you can pin, and on every one of those issues you just mentioned that have gotten so much worse under Joe Biden, you can pin every single one of those things directly to Joe Biden's policies in making them worse.
Yeah, and Congressman, that's the thing. All of these problems, we had the border under control. The economy was roaring back. We didn't run out of COVID tests when Donald Trump was president. We were energy independent. We were a net exporter of energy. Now imagine Biden trying to make a deal with the Iranian mullahs and import oil from there and let the Russians build a nuclear facility and take off the no-fly list the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, sending emissaries to negotiate oil deals with that Venezuela murdering dictator thug, begging OPEC that keeps rejecting Joe Biden and his request to produce more energy and pump more oil. That's insanity to me when we have more energy than we can ever use for 100, 200 years.
Sean, you're absolutely right. Joe Biden has failed on every issue, not just facing Americans here at home, but America standing across the globe and our allies positioning across the globe. Listen, he's always been wrong. It's one of the reasons why he just lingered in the Senate forever, because he got elected and just didn't go anywhere. He never really did anything. And now he's in charge. And unfortunately, the American people are seeing firsthand what American first principles really mean, how they impact every segment of our population, versus a tired old Democrat politician playing the Bernie Sanders playbook that does not work for anyone.
All right, I see the president is back speaking again. We'll go back to Greensburg, Pennsylvania. President Trump stumping for Dr. Oz in that Senate primary for the Republican nomination to run for Senate in November. Let's go back to President Trump.
Many times